What's up? Let's go ahead and get warmed up, starting with a hip bridge. Heels as close to your butt as possible, press those hips to the sky and squeeze the glutes nice and tight at the top. After that, we're gonna go ahead and roll out our low back. Keep your knees together at about 90 degrees. Slowly roll it from side to side, forward and back, just to open it up a little bit. After that, we're gonna go ahead and put our feet nice and wide. Shift back and forward in a lateral lunge, punching with the outside hand when you get to the bottom of your lunge. Next, let's go ahead and bring it into a squat. Sit back and down like you're sitting into that chair. Raise those hands up as you do. Biceps by your ears, low back nice and neutral. Remember, keep those knees behind your toes. Last, we're gonna go ahead and bring it to the floor. Knees and hands on the ground, stacked underneath our hips and shoulders. We're gonna lift one leg up with our knee at 90 degrees, out to the side. Let's perform these 5 warm-up exercises for 20 to 30 seconds each for 2 rounds. Now that we're warmed up, let's get started. Part number 1. Step both feet through the band, hold your shoulder blades back and together, and pull one hand up, straight up your body like a cheese grater in the upright row. We have 7 reps on each arm. Next, we're gonna step one foot onto the band, palms facing together, shoulders width apart. Now lift your arms up to raise the band overhead. Let's get 7 reps, then move into the single arm bicep curl. Step through the band loop with your foot and grab tension in the band with your bicep. If you want, loop the strap down for a handle. Then you're gonna keep your elbow tucked to your side as you curl with that bicep curl, elbow a little past 90 degrees. We're gonna hit 7 on each side. Now let's move it into a single arm reverse fly. Hands start shoulders width apart right in front of you. You're gonna bring one arm out to the side, but you're gonna keep the other one straight in front of you. Hit 7 on each side. We're gonna do the same thing overhead. Hands still shoulders width apart to start, maybe a little outside, lowering one hand down into the outside. Keep the other hand stationary. We're gonna hit all of these exercises for 2 to 3 rounds. Now let's get our heart rate up with some jump rope. We're gonna hit 45 seconds with both feet. Rest for 15 seconds. We're gonna do this 6 to 10 rounds, depending on how much time you have. If you don't have a jump rope or you can't jump up off the ground, that's okay. All you gotta do is do a slight calf raise over and over again. Way to go. Let's move into part number 2 with a push-up. We're gonna hit 14 reps, shoulders, hips, feet, all in a straight line. If you need to bring your knees to the ground, that's okay for the option. You can also do it on the counter, a tub, or anywhere with a grippable surface. Now that we hit our chest, let's move to the lower body. We're gonna do a band squat into a band squat pulse, 7 reps of each. You're gonna step over both sides of the band, creating 2 handles to grip onto. Start in the low position with your low back in a nice neutral position and your knees behind your toes. Press through the ground to stand up nice and tall. Make sure you engage your core the whole time. On the way down from your 7th rep, let's go ahead and pause, pulsing for 7 reps until we reach the bottom. Next, we're gonna hit a reverse lunge with a knee raise. Step back, keep your chest up tall, knees at 90 degrees as you lower down. Then stand up, bringing that back foot up into the air. We're gonna get 7 on each side. Nice work. Now let's go ahead and do a double sit-up. Twist the band so you have 2 loops. Hold each side of the loop and pull it apart. Keep tension as we move through this double sit-up. Now, fully extend your arms and legs straight out above and below you. It's gonna be about 3 to 6 inches off the ground. Bring the bands over your knees as you bring your knees to your chest. Last, we're gonna have the bird dog to work some balance and core. Pressing opposite foot, opposite leg as tall as we can make our body. Engage your core to prevent any shifting back and forth. Let's get this for 2 to 3 rounds. Nice work. Let's get cooled down, starting with a lateral overhead reach. Control your breathing and process what you just did in that workout. Hit the other side and then move into a standing knee squeeze. Stay as tall as possible, pulling that knee to your chest. You're gonna switch and hit the other leg, and then bring the foot up behind you for a standing quad stretch. Press your hip forward. If you want a deeper stretch, pull your foot up and back. Way to go. Now let's hit our upper body before we finish, starting with the arm cross body. Keep your shoulder down, pulling at the elbow across your body. After we've hit the other arm, we're gonna go ahead and bring our arm up over the top, finishing up with the overhead tricep. Keep your head up tall, pull at the elbow. We're going to hit all these for 20 to 30 seconds each. You did a fantastic job today. Have a good one.